trading robot. He's been a bit of a labour of love. I've been working a full-time job and building this in the background, and basically I'm going to take you through. This is like an introductory video, but it's also for those people who are using STRobot to explain some of the new features. We've had an amazing week. The Swiss franc dropped, and we've made some amazing pips out of it all because we're using a robot, so we don't have to actually sit there and try and respond to what's happening. The robot's already in the trades. So I'm going to start by taking you through. STRobot is a MetaTrader 4 set of plugins. It consists of 3 charts. We've got the main STRobot chart here. We've got a daily overview chart, including currency strength, and we've got the what I like to call STRobot Hekanashi, but it's much more than this. It's actually how the robot is actually calculating things and taking trades. Now, we're pretty much flat because we're coming up to the weekend, but what I'm doing is to take you through this. Plus, we've got a web page. We've got a web portal for the traders who are using STRobot. You can see it's got all your all your open trades. So I've got a demo account here that basically I kind of wreck it because we try all kinds of algorithms and things on it. My live account's got a couple of trades running on them that have just gone on. They're already 11, 13, 20 pips up, I suppose, on both accounts. I like to spread my risk across different trading accounts, but my favourite trading, my favourite broker is USG. So you can find links to that on my websites, and we've got a few websites to go through. So let's start off with the chart. So MetaTrader 4, basically, when you buy STRobot, basically I'll install it for you. Okay, all you have to do is provide me with MetaTrader 4 and show me where it goes. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through some of the mechanics of how the robot trades. He trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He trades in flat markets, he trades in busy markets, he trades news. Because he's able to respond to moves in the market and get into the right place, normally he's in the trade before the news hits. Now this new version released today has got some extra stuff in it. So let's start off by looking at this down the bottom here, this indicator here. This is basically consisting of an upper and a lower section. The upper section is what he's thinking about trading here, and the lower section is what he actually would trade, but with a proviso, okay, because there's some other things that he considers before he'll take a trade. I use the name, I describe him as a him because he has kind of got his own personality. It's been quite a long time making him, and he's quite intelligent in the way he thinks through trades. He's not a grid trader or anything like that. He actually evaluates trades properly. He thinks about support and resistance and lot sizes and all kinds of other things. So I'm going to go through this. So here we are on the Aussie CAD. Now basically what happens is we've got here drawn on the graph, you see this green area below this big yellow line and the red area above it. The green area is a buy zone, so we can buy in there, and the red area is a sell zone, which sounds odd because it's going up. So at the moment, so STRobot saw an entry basically kind of around here. It just about passed because normally it has to be below there, but at the time the yellow line was actually above where it is now, because obviously it moves around with the market, and as the market moves, so he took a long trade on this because he evaluated the strength of the market and decided that there was enough strength in it to take this long trade. Now it's much more complicated than you would imagine. There are four formulas just to calculate this. There's another set of formulas for calculating this. I've been working on this actually for quite a long time, and then one of my traders showed me an indicator, and I thought I better go back to that. I didn't like the way they calculated their midline, so I wrote my own calculations by using 2 different time frames at once. So that's how it does it. So this really is set up for the hour time frame, which is fine because the hours are kind of nice time frame to look at things. It's quite clear to what's going on. The other thing with STRobot is you can see the trade in progress. This is the trade in progress. After it's been going after an hour or two, it'll start showing a white line to show you where it entered. So you can actually see straight away what's going on the chart. So that's quite unique. The other thing is that if you've got a tablet, it's a bit of a pain having to use a mouse. So you could just use these push buttons to change the chart to different currencies. So here's another example. So for instance here, we've got a couple of shorts, but he didn't take them because it's below the yellow line. However, if you look, I wouldn't have taken any of these. There's a long here, but he hasn't really touched that. He wouldn't touch that pair, in fact, so that's a bit of a bad example. You should always choose your charts first. This is the Swiss franc. You see the huge gap in it. STRobot was actually in selling the Swiss franc when it happened. There's another trade going on here. Again, it's pretty flat because it's Friday night. STRobot, when we're in a flat market, something like this. Okay, there's a short entry here, which he probably might have taken, but he probably will stop it out and close it, because in flat markets he goes into like a scalping mode. So he'll look to make 1 or 2 pips, you know, because it's flat. There's not a lot happening. So for instance here, there's a good opportunity for a sell, but the strength is in a buy, so we have to wait. So STRobot's looking for particular opportunities now, and basically he evaluates it based on this. So let's look at a good example. So up till today he was taking a lot of trades because he wasn't using this, but now he's using this, he'll take less trades. So for instance, short entry here is quite good, isn't it? Look, goes straight down. There's a short entry on this candle here. He would have taken it just at the top there, and then it bounced down. He'd probably locked in the profits, and it came back up. We had a lovely 113 pips on euro dollar. Let me just show you. That was a really great trade. Euro dollar today. Here you go. So it's gone now. So basically we entered here around that sort of entry. In fact, there's the entry. Sorry, there's the entry there. So you can see if I draw the line up from where the entry is, that candle here. So he entered it on that candle, ready for a short. It went 113 pips in. We've got automated trading stops, 2 different types of those. We've got he goes safe when he's 30 pips in he goes safe when he's 30 pips in profit. That's configurable, and he has 2 types of trading stop. If I'm in a volatile market like now, we just have a 40 pip trading stop that just follows him. So you go safe at 30 pips, which means the stop's moved inside the entry, and then we have the 40 pips trading stop. If we're in a calm market, then we tend to use the automatic trading stop, which follows this red dotted line. So you can see it would kind of come down here and sit here until it's sort of headed down there. Now I've just entered a couple of trades because I've got it set up to send to my mobile phone. So let's have a look at Euro GBP's just gone on. So let's go and have a look at that. Euro GBP short. Euro's been a good bonus for us tonight. It's just got in there again. There's a slight difference in the calculation, but he can see that he's going to go in for this short now. So it's in the sell zone, and so he's waiting to take the short down to there. There's the entry candle. You can see that he takes it on the pullback. Okay, now unfortunately, if I'd have come here just a minute ago, you'd have found that probably that line was actually below there, and he would have just done it. There's a slight difference in the calculation because the STRobot robot itself is calculating every tick, whereas the charts don't update that often. So sometimes you'll see him take a trade and go, "Oh, you shouldn't have taken that," but actually you should have taken it. So again, he's got it on this pullback, so there's a little chance of a trade at the moment. He's just heading down, just getting out of the spread. You see up the top here, we can see what the spread is, 6 pips. He won't take trades with more than 7 pips, and the good thing is with that is it means that if your broker is ramping the spread up on a trade, okay, STRobot will not take that trade. Now actually, in fact, the spread has just disappeared down to 0.8 pips, so this is really easy to get into profit on. Euro pairs normally are, they're normally quite low. What trade brokers sometimes do is if you're near your stop and there's a bunch of trades with the same stop, they will try and stop it out, which isn't very nice. So what they'll do is they increase the spread to push the price up for you, and then that stops out. You sit there and think, "Oh, that was really bad," but it's actually the broker doing that. All brokers do it; it's just a fact of life. But at least STRobot won't take trades on it while that's happening. So it means we get to trade when the spread here is nice and small. So that's really this chart and what it does. There's a bit of Hekanashi going on as well. Sometimes we use that for a bit of confirmation, but really it's this thing is down here and the position of the price in regards to this big yellow line. Again, but the actual robot itself is much more accurate than these charts are. These are really to give you an idea. Now another thing that we have is the website. This is the Traders Portal, and you can see I've got 1, 2, I've got 4 trades on this account. I've got 3 trades on this account. 3 trades on this account. You can see they're all very small because it's Friday. They've just gone on there. But you can do this. You can actually close the trade remotely. I'm not going to do that right now because these are live trades. Actually, I can do it on the demo account, really. So I want to close the trade. Hit close like that. It goes pending. Now, what will happen now is if I flip over to my demo account. Okay, this is just the demo account we use for trades. I can't remember which one I closed. Euro GBP, I think. So I'm just going to flip onto Euro GBP. Now, it takes it a while for it to actually close the trade, but it will close the trade as fast as it can because the MetaTrader doesn't talk to our servers. It only talks it once every 5 minutes. So you'll see that whichever one it'll stay pending. So it's Euro New Zealand that I actually closed. So let's go and have a quick flip over to Euro New Zealand. I can do that just by select chart Euro. Might have gone already. New Zealand. It's gone. The trade's gone. Okay. So basically, there was 3 trades there. Now there's only 2 trades there. You can see that we use this for all kinds of testing. So basically, that's the way that works. So it allows me, if I haven't got access to my trades and I want to close the trade, I can. Now, if I refresh this page, again, this only refreshes every 5 minutes. It's gone. Okay. So it allows me to close trades remotely from the web. Okay, which is quite a unique thing to be able to do. The other thing is, if you're a trade browser like me, I like to flip through the charts. You can just click on here, got a cell there. That's interesting, isn't it? Again, it's about maths, and what's probably happened here is, although this line's above there, he's taken that short just there, okay, near that line, because there's enough space to go down. And in fact, he's probably not seeing that line in that position. He's probably seeing the line kind of here. But because the line will, like as I said, it'll move around. So the robot himself recalculates that line every tick. So that's huge, obviously. Okay, so that's enough about that. Now over to the other things. Daily chart. This is the Swiss franc. Look at this huge drop. But let's see what's going on. You've got this currency strength meter here. That's like 15-minute currency strengths. It compares. These are percentages. It compares each currency with each other currency, so provide an average. So 78%, the Aussie dollar is 78% stronger against everything else. The weakest currency at the moment is the Swiss franc, funnily enough, at 22%. And then down the bottom here, we've got the very same thing. So we've got a daily view of it, where you can see the Swiss franc actually became very strong in the daily, but in the 15 minutes right now, it's quite short. And we've also got lots of flip charts. Again, same controls. So I'm trying to see, it calculates support and some resistance. It's got some other things going on. There's some trend indicators for different time frames. So that's that chart. This is really for information. Participation. You see this blue line? That's participation. There's another trade going on. Look, he's actually gone. Hang on a minute. You took my Euro New Zealand off. I'm just going to put it back on again. So he's looked at that and gone, oh, I'm putting it back on. He's put it back on. There's that Aussie CAD's going up. It's good. It's nice to see. So here's the STRobot chart itself. So this is STRobot sitting behind there, and he has a bunch of settings. At the moment, I've got automatic trailing set on. So you go in here, go into Expert Advisors Property, and as I can set all these settings up. So in this case, I'm going to say automatic trailing stop is false. We'll set the trailing stop to 40 pips.